Brothers Live. Peace to the gods. Peace to the gods. Hope everyone's doing wonderful, magnificent, and great. You are now listening to Consultation Wednesday with your boy Jonah Bay. We have an up and coming seminar on the 26th of February. It's called Setting the Record Straight, where I'm going to show y'all how to use the laws to get everything discharged by law, and they have to do it by law. They don't do that shit 241, 242 suit, right? But it's going down February 26th here in Atlanta, Georgia. Tickets are $360. First come, first serve. So it is what it is. So someone sent me an interesting email today. And it says the IRS warns millions across the U.S. to hold off on filing taxes. Now, I tried to look at the actual story, but I didn't want to become a member of this website to actually get the story, so I didn't. But question, what y'all think that's about? What do y'all think that's about? The IRS warning people not to file taxes. Sound like they about to get rid of the IRS to me. In other words, I know a lot of y'all have been doing y'all's tax injunctions, courtesy of Jonah Bay. I showed y'all how to do these tax injunctions. And I got quite a few tax injunction consultations. And more people are, sending them off. So what y'all think? What y'all think? Are they getting rid of the IRS or not? I told y'all, in my humble opinion, they ain't gonna have no choice if y'all all getting yourselves out of paying taxes, plus demanding them to pay all the money that they ever take from y'all in y'all's lives. That causes a big problem, especially when they ain't got no budget for the U.S. government. In case y'all didn't know it, most U.S. government buildings are closed to the public. They're closed. You don't believe me? Google it. Check it out. It's going down. A lot of things that's going down, they're not talking about. They're not letting y'all know what's really going down. But with that being said, let me open up the call lines and see what's going on out here. I'm going to 910-813. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace to the God. How you, brother, man?
I'm doing wonderful, magnificent, and great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Brother, man. The IRS, I would hope they would, so do away with it. But I haven't seen that message up yet. I would like to see. But I had spoke with you Monday, and the question what I wanted to ask you was, when you're doing in the affidavit for denial,
Mm-hmm.
or is it headed the affidavit of denial and then rebuttal to the citation, or is that how it would be headed?
Nah. Check it. Normally, they give you a ticket, and you got 72 hours to send it back. I would normally take that ticket, make a copy, and then I write on it in red magic marker, refuse for cause, and then I would also say no contract and send it back within 72 hours. Now, if it's past that time to do that, you have to actually do an affidavit of denial where you say, I deny, I deny, I deny. Whatever the ticket is talking about, You're saying you deny. You don't have to
Right.
listen to me doing it. Go to Rule 8, and Rule 8 of the Federal Rules of Procedure tells you the procedure on how to do it. I want y'all to get familiar with the actual law. Jonah don't like telling y'all what to do. Jonah likes telling y'all what the law says. So it says B, defenses, omissions, and denials. In general, in responding to a pleading, a party must A, state short and plain terms in defense of each claim asserted against it, and B, omit or deny allegations asserted against it by an opposing party. 2, denials responding to substantive denials must fairly respond to substantive of the allegations. So you're literally going to be like, I deny, I deny, I deny. And after you say I deny, you can put down in your own words why you're denying it, or you could just leave it as I deny. But this is what the rule is telling you. You understand now?
I got it. Gotcha. I got it.
Anything else?
Got it. That's gonna do. That's gonna do for tonight.
All right then. Peace, God.
I'll let you grab some other. Peace.
All right, I'm going to oh, by the way, I don't know if y'all know it, it's a new interview of me up on YouTube, Jonah Bay, and it's up there, and I did it Friday night. Check it out. For the people on Patreon, I put it in the Patreon in the whole nine. All right, 864-606. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace to the God.
What up, God?
Is the background noise too loud? Because I'm kind of outside.
We can hear you, but your voice is too low.
Oh man, I try to speak up and make it quick.
All right.
I was just wondering, as far as discharge is concerned, and I know I probably should wait for this discharge injunction, but what would one be expecting back if you do a discharge? I've never done one.
You ain't expecting shit back. You're not. That's like asking. Have you already did an injunction?
No. Oh no, yeah, an injunction for the name, yes.
Injunction for the name.
Well, an injunction on the in legis.
You mean travel injunction you did?
Yeah, a travel injunction, correct.
Okay. What did they send you back?
Nothing.
Exactly. But it works, huh?
Indeed.
Exactly. So that's going to be your answer.
Okay.
You expect them never to bill you. You expect them never to bill you for it. But, you know, a few people is going to get a message back from the companies. Most people ain't never going to get nothing back. They just going to do it.
Say it's for a car, though. What would one be doing?
They would have to, in your injunction, you would have to explicitly say, send me that title, and you got 72 hours to do it.
Okay. Copy that.
All right, peace, God. All right, 561-856. Peace to the God. Peace.
What's going on, Tony?
Wonderful, magnificent, and great. Can't call it. You know, just chilling like a villain.
Nah, man, this guy from the child support injunction.
Oh, what up, yo?
You know?
Oh, shit.
Small question. Huh?
Nah, go ahead.
How do and I guess it's a general question too, but how do you go about signing paper? Is it last name, comma, first name, middle?
When you talking about signing papers, last name, comma, first name, middle is always your creditor side. That's where you want signed.
Okay. That was my main question, and I might have to redo my injunction, my regular injunction, because I was.
It doesn't matter how you signed it. That's gonna work.
Okay. All right. Well, that's the main question. And you also said send one to the opposing attorney.
Okay. Yes. It don't go to the opposing attorney. You need to pay more attention. I told you. It goes to the clerk of court, her copy, and then you give her a second copy, and on that copy it says opposing attorney's copy.
Okay, 10-4. And that was the main
See,
question.
I'm gonna need y'all when y'all get y'all's consultation, start recording it or take some notes. You know what I mean?
I did.
Then you supposed to have wrote that down, B.
Definitely. I just proposed the question the wrong way. My bad.
Mm-hmm. All right, then. Peace, God.
Peace, bro.
254-338. Peace to the God.
Peace to the God.
What up?
So, considering a suit that is from a DPS concern that's under 1983, and then a mortgage concern that is dealing with the instrument and the trust having that authorized person go after that security. To combine those.
Dog, I wouldn't do no suit like that.
Okay.
And
so don't combine.
And first of all, I don't do mortgage case. What you talking about is a mortgage case, right? When you talking about going after the note, I ain't got nothing to say about that because that argument ain't gonna even work to try to get a house, right?
Right. No pursuit of the house.
So you better off learning how to discharge and take it that direction.
Indeed. Thank you.
All right.
Peace.
Peace. I 478-3. Hold on before I call this number out. That's another thing. It wasn't him that talked to me. Someone was in my email, and they was talking about the name that shall not be mentioned, and the name that shall not be mentioned had a guest on his show talking about they get rid of mortgages and all that. So someone hit me up and was like, "Yo, can I get the name of that person?" And I'm like, "Yo, that shit don't work." This person kept on writing about 3 to 4 different emails to me. I'm like, yo, I said the shit don't work. So then they were, so you just have guests on your show that be lying? What the fuck the matter with y'all people? What the fuck the matter with y'all? It's like you want me to give you this person's information so this person could charge you money and your ass will be homeless. I would figure you would want to hear the fucking truth and use that money to figure something else out or have money to move or whatever, right? First of all, the person wasn't on my show. That person was on someone else's show that was affiliated with me, which isn't now. If I tell you the shit don't fucking work, leave it alone. I said, I had to write back and finally say, don't contact me with this shit no more. I said what the fuck I said. Why do people make me fucking repeat myself and start cussing is beyond me. But I'm getting up there in age, y'all. And since I'm up there in age, I ain't got no tolerance for bullshit. I'm just like the classic old black man. Will cuss your ass the fuck out. And stop wasting my goddamn time. And stop asking me questions in a damn email. The only place I answer goddamn questions is on this phone, in my shows, or consultations. So now, since the person did that, anytime y'all ask me any damn question in my goddamn email, I'ma say, ask me on the show. With that being said, let me go back to the call line. I'm going to 478-302. Peace to the God.
Peace to the God, Brother Jonah.
What's up?
They better back up off or you start aggravating you. We need
Why?
to stay focused.
I mean, why that person make me say it 4 times? 4 times, 4 different emails. Like I ain't got nothing better to do than to fucking be answering your frivolous questions in an email.
Yeah, because it's stupid questions. They just want to say stuck on stupid and pull you to the stupid side. Tell them to pay attention.
But they be like, yo, you mean as fuck. Now, if they would have paid for a consultation, I'd explain to them more of how the shit don't work. But everyone should know by now. I tell people, yo, I ain't doing no foreclosures. If they in the archives, it tells them I had a business doing that. It don't work.
You tell us all the time, like, why you got to keep saying it like a broken record? God,
right. Yo, if it don't work, look, the other night, I read a document on the air Monday just for that chick. But you know what it tells me? She never listened to the show. But another brother who I actually wrote that for, from his case, he listened and got it, and he moving. This is what I mean. People want all the answers, but they won't do no studying. How in the hell you can't even just listen to my current show when I was talking about you? I just don't understand these people, man. Jonah, help me.
Well, Johnny, you know you are a superhero, so I'm not going to step on them, but because they're not paying attention or listening to the past shows. But it's obvious that it don't work. If it works, somebody needs to prove that it goddamn work and leave us alone until it works.
You know what I mean? But, you know, I'm going to do this shit again. She ain't going to hear this show either. Here we go. And then I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to read this real quick. In the Circuit Court of Fulton County, Georgia, Jonah Bay versus Fulton County. Notice of estoppel and stipulation of constitutional challenge to all Georgia State Fulton County tax statutes, procedures, and tax assessor's office on a house taxes that goes against the Constitution and the United States, U.S., on house taxes, which is slavery and a corruption of blood, where protection to person and property is the paramount duty of government and shall be impartial and complete. No person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property except by due process of law. No law affecting private rights shall be varied in any particular case by special legislation except by free consent in writing of all persons affected thereby, and a motion to intervene with an injunction for house taxes on federal and state for the name Bay, Jonah Bay, doing business as Jonah John Scott under SS number ... Jurisdiction pursuant to Article 6, Clause 3 of the United States Constitution. This Constitution and the laws of the United States, which shall be made pursuant thereof, and treaties made, and which shall be made under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land. and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby. Anything in the Constitution or the laws of any state in the contrary, notwithstanding. So it just said if the United States had laws, they got to follow the laws in each and every state. And if they have any laws that goes against those laws or the Constitution, it's without standing. So I put number one, this court has jurisdiction in all cases in law and equity arising under this Constitution and the laws of the United States and the treaties made. In the above Constitution, Article 3 mentions, 42 USC 1983. Pursuant to 1877 Georgia Constitution as ratified without subsequent amendments, Article 6, Judiciary, Section 4, Paragraph 1. The Superior Court shall have exclusive jurisdiction in cases respecting titles to land and equity cases. So then I wrote, in a case for a house to be foreclosed on, or whether it's for taxes or a bank, it must be done in Superior Court in Georgia State. It cannot be done under any non-judicial procedure out of court. Now, the whole point is I proved where the Constitution says it's illegal to do non-judicial foreclosures. Now, almost in every state, they're doing non-judicial foreclosures. It's unconstitutional. I read this shit, this is the second time I'm reading it. Now, if the chick was smart, she'd be listening to the show and then rewind the show and start writing everything I just read. This is what I mean by people ain't studying. It's not like I'm not giving the answers. They don't hear them. Stupidity, yo. But anyway, what questions you got for me, homegirl?
I got a good question for you. If you never did a 9-8, if you did your 9-8 numbers, trust, and you got more than one, but you never did any of the tax forms, not one.
You ain't supposed to do no tax forms.
Like not even Form 56 and those other forms?
A 9-8 number, the IRS manual, when I showed y'all how to get a 9-8 number, I showed y'all the IRS manual read from it. The IRS manual talks about a 9-8 number goes on the do not report file. They actually throw every file that comes to that number away. It's a number that's not going to be followed or taxed by no IRS. They don't have no files for it. The only files they would have is if you did a form 8832 for another corporation. Let's say you got an LLC. You would do a form 8832 and you would put the responsible and the owner down as the 9-8 name and the 9-8 number. But other than that, they ain't going to keep no files on no 9-8 number.
Yeah, because it says something about a 1041 and a 1042. But I know one is foreign and one is domestic. And
they don't send you that. You don't get a CP 575 for a 9-8 number. You get a PC 575, which tells you to do a 1041 for a regular trust. You have no paperwork on the 9-8.
Yeah, just the initial one, then where they send you the 9-8 number.
Well, you lucky if you got that. I ain't never got that. I took the number on the phone, and I got many of them. I took the number on the phone, and they don't send nothing out.
Let's see. How did I get the 9-8 number? I think
some people hit it where it says
and then put it in the mail.
Yeah, they hit the the thing where it says send it to me in the mail. I never got that because I took the number right away.
Okay. So I'm okay if I didn't do nothing to it. Just hold it.
Yeah. The 98 number is for you to start claiming it owns all types of stuff, and you do a 8832 with the IRS to show it owns all those corporations that you have and all that. It's supposed to be a holding trust.
Right. So it can hold the estate and
Yes. Yes.
The certificate of liability.
Yes.
Thingy. So okay. So I'm okay. So that's why you said, just because a lot of people, they just go get another 98 number because they scared because they never filed in time or something like that.
I have no idea why they do that. I ain't never taught that. That's another case of there's tons of people who misunderstand and teaching other people wrong stuff. That ain't what the IRS manual tells you to do. That ain't what you're supposed to do. This is why I ask people all the time, yo, where you get that from? What law can you recite that told you to do that? They ain't got no answer because it said it nowhere.
Well, I know the main thing that you put in me and said that we're not really required to file anything.
Yo, that's what the manual says. So and then people will be like, oh, well, what if the IRS sends me something for taxes? I says, yo, the IRS manual says you're supposed to write, I'm not responsible for no new U.S. tax return. So this is what I'm saying. People ain't studying enough, so they don't hear the instructions of the actual law. Their comprehension is off.
So
now,
only the 88.
The thing is, if they were studying, they wouldn't need me to repeat it because they would know what the actual law said.
Okay, good question. So yeah, I kind of heard it go around. Other people kind of ask around that question, and you kind of answered it asking it in a way. So right. I wanted to ask it in a way that we all understand that we're not required to file, and the only time we do is to give notice.
A 9-8. What is a 9-8 gonna file? How and why? A 9-8 is not even a part of the United States. Why would it be filing? That's like you saying you aren't from China, but you doing a Chinese tax return. Who the hell would do that and why? See, y'all got to start really comprehending, because when you comprehend that, that would be you are foreign to the United States. The 9-8 is foreign. Why would it be filing a goddamn U.S. tax return?
Or the 1042.
You know, 1040 is a tax return, right? I just said no tax return, so you didn't have to specify the 1040. You know what I mean? That means all of them. It don't have to file none of them.
Right. Makes sense, Jonah.
All right, then. Peace.
Peace. Thank you.
No problem. 470-261. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace, John. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, magnificent, great. How you doing?
Doing good, brother. Doing good. I had a couple quick ones because you actually answered one of my questions already from when the other caller asked.
Okay.
But I do got two quick ones. When I'm doing my DBAs, and I'm making my 9-8, doing business as a Morris name and doing business as my strawman, do I need to try to use my own notary that I know to do that, or will or I'm sorry, I'm asking that question wrong. When I go to get that notarized, for my Morris name, they're not going. The notary, I'm not going to need to show ID for that.
You
notary,
can show. It all depends. I mean, like, did you pick a name? Your Moorish name is totally different than your straw man's name. But if like your Moorish name is like mine's, where my straw man's name is Jonah John Scott and my Moorish name is Jonah John Bay, they accepted my ID with no problem.
Okay, so it's a toss up pretty much on that.
Right.
Okay.
That's the
other thing is
pitfalls of y'all wanting these extraordinary goddamn names that don't sound nothing like your.
What they do, I just chopped off all of the last name, and I just went with Travis L.
Right. So it should work. It should work.
All right. That's cool. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I ain't get too crazy. I really was trying to keep it simple.
Yo, Noble Drew Ali said keep the name because the name is connected to your inheritance. So a lot of people really don't know what Noble Drew Ali instructed.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's funny. I was just asking another Morris, like, if she knew where I could get information to study what it was that he was teaching. It's hard to.
All you do is Google Noble Drew Ali sayings. And you could read it all yourself.
Noble Drew Ali what? Say again?
Sayings.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna do that. My last one was I got a property and it got the county put a lien on it because they saying that it was they blighted it, because we got to go in there and rehab it. We didn't do it yet, so they kind of blew through the hearings and everything and ruled it blighted. And they put a lien on it. Is there anything I can do about that as far as like giving it to the trust, giving it to my 9-8, or do I have to fight all of their rulings?
I don't talk about houses. I don't know how many times I gotta say this, and y'all always come up with a question.
I didn't hear that. Yeah. Okay. Now go ahead.
Yeah, I ain't answering that. That's real estate. That's you know what I mean? So I don't even know what blight means. It sounds like they saying they're gonna take your shit.
Right. Yeah.
So that's a foreclosure. I don't fuck with foreclosures.
Okay, yeah, cool. I didn't know you saw it like that as a foreclosure. Well, it is, I guess.
Yeah, it is, right? They saying they want to snatch your shit up. It's a foreclosure. But here's the thing. I really don't think you paid attention. Y'all got to understand,
No, it's unconstitutional. It's non-judicial. So
thank you. So why would you ask me that question?
Well, see, I didn't. When you said foreclosure, I thought you meant like a conventional what people think the bank.
You just said it yourself out of your own mouth. You was like, it's against the Constitution. It's non-judicial. I don't give a fuck how they trying to do it. It's non-judicial.
Okay, I got it. I understand it now. Okay, now that's cool. I just had never heard that before, so it's my first. I had to process.
Yeah. This is why I said, if y'all hear me say something like that document, that's actually a house injunction. I didn't finish it, but that's a house injunction. So if y'all actually go back and study this show and Monday's show and really listen to it, there is your answer for your foreclosures.
Gotcha. Yeah,
even though I don't fuck with foreclosures, but there's your answer. Shit.
No, I appreciate you. I'm gonna replay the show and I'm gonna do exactly what you said the last person should have did. So I got you. I appreciate you.
All right, then. Peace, God.
Peace.
All right, I'm going to 708-940. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace to the God, John.
Peace. What up?
Yo, so happy and grateful. Large sums of money is coming to me quickly and easily.
Ashe.
Want to me quickly and easily. And to everybody listening out there, Ashe.
Ashe.
Yo, Yo, so I caught that what's the name that you put up on Patreon with old boy, right?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the cat I was asking you if you had heard of.
Who is he?
He was on somebody else's he was on somebody else's show.
Uh-huh.
And I was asking, yo, you familiar with these cats? You like, nah, I don't know him.
I don't know him. That was my first time speaking with him. He actually reached out to me on the gram and said, "Can I interview you on my show and all that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." When you asked me,
Right.
nah, I didn't know nothing about him. But he said he been following what I've been teaching, and he finds it to be right and exact and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because he this one cat that he was with, I guess dude had put him on this travel shit, like whatever. He had this little, this little system he was putting together, but I was garbage. So when I heard somebody make mention of your name on there, that's why I said, I wonder if John affiliated with this cat, man. So that's why I asked, man. That was all it was, though.
Yeah, see, remember when I tell y'all I'm the teacher of teachers? So a lot of them will be like, yo, I'm Jonah's Bay student and shit like that. But Jonah Bay don't know this person because they hear my teachings, on social media, and they like, they accept me as their teacher, but I don't know them personally as a student of mine. No.
Right. Now that's
yeah, I just met him.
Yeah, you the teachers, man. So it makes sense. He probably got the information from somebody else who was being the agent, man. It's all good.
Right.
Yeah. So check, right? I got two questions. The first one I got for you is this, man. Can I still register that CD with the IRS or no?
CD, cash deposit?
No, CPN.
Oh, CPN.
No, CPN.
Oh, yo. When you say CPN, what are you talking about? You got to break that down for me, because
credit profile number.
Okay, so when you say registered, you didn't get the number from the IRS? You made it yourself?
No. Yeah.
All right, if you made your own number, you are going to have to register it, right? But I always tell people just to get an EIN. See, what you're talking about is the man that shall not be mentioned. He taught that. I ain't never taught that. Because when he was talking CPNs, he talking about you using it like a social, right? I ain't teach that.
Right.
What I've taught you is to get an EIN. An EIN is a credit profile number, and set it up as an unincorporated association or a LLC or something. Why? Because if you, let's say you're going to get a car and you give them the number, the CPN, but you wrote it down like that's a social, that's fraud. You can go to jail for that, right? But if you give them an EIN, you could never get in trouble for that, because that's how business is done, business to business with EINs.
Right.
You see? So it's a big difference between what I'm teaching you and what the name that shall not be mentioned was teaching.
I pulled that. So look, it was interesting because I was in the archives digging, and I was moving around and I ran across it, since it was something that I was already kind of knowledgeable on anyway.
Uh-huh.
It was like, damn, I need to run this brother again, see what he think about this. I mean, I know a caller called in and you directed him that way.
Right.
I was I think I would bounce it off of you just to be fresh on it.
Right.
And it might be something done.
I got you. I got you.
That's all it is.
But see, my thing is always to give y'all remedy without ever jeopardizing y'all going to jail or getting in trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah, remedy without recourse.
Exactly.
I understand.
Exactly. The path of least resistance. Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's my goal.
Absolutely.
So anything that will give y'all trouble, I will never teach you. That's why everyone like, yo, Jonah, how come you don't teach about 1099 and OID and 1099C and shit like that? Nah, B. public and private don't mix, right? So if you're doing a
Yeah.
1099-C, what you're saying is, I'm the original creditor, which would be up under a 1099 OID, and I'm going to cancel
Right.
the debt for the borrower, which will be the bank, right? So that would
Right.
be tapping into private money. But you're doing it as the straw man, which means now what? You broke the barrier between public and private. That will get you locked
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, so it's fraudulent because it's almost the same as like you giving them information to pierce the truck.
Exactly. See? So
Okay.
yeah, you can't,
Okay.
you know what I mean? But did I give everyone a 1099-A? Yes. Because 1099-A's is for what? Discharge when you're doing
90
abandonment
seconds.
and when you're doing acquisitions, right? So anyone can use a
Yeah.
1099-A, but yo, what y'all gotta realize is them forms are what y'all call private. That's why they're written in red.
Right.
Don't mix straw man, public and private. It is what it is.
60
But
seconds.
Yeah.
Wonderful talking to you. Peace, God.
Yeah. Peace.
All right, we got an upcoming seminar, and it is going to be February 26th in Atlanta. Go to jonahbay.com to get more information. I'm going to teach y'all how to do a discharge injunction where they're forced to do it by law. Whole bunch of laws y'all ain't never known about. And of course, the classic HJR 192 is what y'all call it. All right? So we out of here. Peace to the gods.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.